Hello everyone. So I'm going to go through step 1 to 12 of installing and also setting up your SpecFlow Selenium test framework from scratch. So there are 12 steps that I would want to cover. So these are the steps, 12 steps. So download your installation, download and install Visual Studio, integrate SpecFlow extension, create your test framework, first test project, create your test folder structure, then also activate your SpecFlow Plus runner, add NuGet package, then create your hooks, create test feature file, create your page object, generate your step definitions, and also run your test and repeat this step. So that is a procedure or this process I'm going to follow for in this particular video. But this particular video is step 1, which is downloading and installing Visual Studio in this particular series, which is step by step to creating your first SpecFlow Selenium test framework. My name is TJ, and the first thing you need to go to is to go to visualstudio.microsoft.com and then download Visual Studio Community. If you go here, you'll be able to click Visual Studio, download Visual Studio, and select Community. Community is what you should select. Basically, that is a free version unless you have license for professional or enterprise. But if community is free, so that should be sufficient for automation testing as a tester. So that's what I would advise you to download. So after you click on that, so it's going to open this particular page, and then you will see download folder at the end here. So it's going to be downloading for you, and after that you can click on that downloaded file. So then that should open this particular page for you. So once you see that, you can click on .NET desktop development. This is one that is recommended in the workload. So you need to click on workload and check this particular button. So once that is done, you will see the installer started. So and then Visual Studio would open for you to connect to Visual Studio. So you can decide to do that later. To be honest, so you don't need to sign it now. You can do that later. So then after that, you would select your development settings. So I advise you to select Visual C Sharp because that's what we're going to be using. And then you can select the theme that you want to use. So for mine, I've selected a dark one. So that's what I'm going to use. So then Visual Studio is going to start preparing for the first time. If you get this particular error message, you can log in because in the instant before, I think we didn't log in. So I will need to emphasize that community version is free. So you might get this if you already have previous version on the settings. So and once you have that, you can get this particular screen which allows you to sign in. And that's you basically, to be honest. So that you got your Visual Studio installed and you can continue with that code to go to open your Visual Studio, and from there you can arrange your windows. So I would try to create another video in terms of how to arrange your Visual Studio windows in different areas. So, but as part regarding how you're going to install your Visual Studio, that is that basically. So you got everything set up. My name is DG, and the next thing that we are going to be looking is how to integrate your SpecFlow extension with Visual Studio. I'll, I'll do that in the next video. Thank you so much, and that's it for now. So before we come to the step 2,